Hey everybody, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. I got to get in here though, and so bear with me. We got to get in and get this music turned down. Holy crap! All right, let's see. Are we ready? Oh, who's ready for us yet? There it is. All right, so new game, and what you're wondering? This is called Eldergleam. Now, I tried to download this mod list probably about 4, 5, 6 months ago. I am going to say yes to skip the introduction, and I had no luck. I just couldn't get it to download for the life of me. And then so we're trying again, and I finally got it to download on my laptop, and I said, okay, well here it is, and I tested it out, and I was like, oh my goodness. I said, all right, so we'll try to download it on the desktop, get in here. Now, the one thing that I noticed, and then the reason why I got so curious about it, was this was supposed to be basically a mod that is vanilla Skyrim next gen. And then, so the very first thing, and you probably guys already see it right here. And then I'm not going to say that, this is going to be like knock your socks off, like just video quality stuff here, right? I'm only putting this out at 1080p, but look at the character as it is already, right? So we're gonna come over here. I just want to look at the races real quick. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's just crazy. Oh my goodness, look at that. And then so we saw that one, then the orc, you know. Now, the thing is, I may have to do this once again. All right, well, what I don't know is what is that on her face, right? All right, so that's a wood elf, the red guard, the orc. Woo. Okay. Mm-hmm. Not bad. Interesting. Now, doesn't she look a darn sight better than the male version there? Like, holy cow. Not bad. All right. So you know how we roll. So we're gonna go back here, and then I'm gonna actually jump over here, and I want to see. There are presets. Okay. Um, we just don't know who these folks are. This one is glowing eyes. This is male, female. All right. Nope. We're just gonna cancel. I'm gonna go back because for me, I thought one of these. This is interesting. Hmm. Now, for me, this is the one that I usually roll with anyway. Right? So we'll leave that. We'll come over here. We're not going to really mess with anything. We are going to mess with the complexion and the dirt. Just, I mean, goddamn, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what in the world, bro? And am I gonna mess with the scars? I don't even know what scars they gave her, but we'll leave it like right there, right? And then maybe we'll do. Hold on. Maybe it's the other way. I don't know. Maybe we. I don't know how I'm feeling about the. Okay. No need. No need to mess with it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. You know what? Not a fan of the nose. Okay. Okay, bring that back up a little bit. Okay. Jaw. Just bringing it in just a little bit. The height, letting it come down a little bit. And then cheek color. Yeah, give you a little color in the cheeks. Okay. And then the eyes. You know what? We're fine. Brows. We're fine. We are going to mess with the mouth a little bit. One, because of the chin width. We're going to bring the chin in and up. You see that? See, that's a softer chin. I want not, yeah, right there. Lip color, I think. Okay, we'll go that way. I'm not gonna mess with the thing. I think we do need to go back to the eyes real quick. Eyeliner color. Okay, eyeshadow. That's fine. Eye tint. That's got to go. Alright. Then the hair. The hair is always a thing. So there's not a whole lot of options here. Oh my gosh. Right? As a matter of fact, I don't even need to move any further. Right? This is it. Okay. And then one thing I will do. Oh, god dang it. No. We had it. I don't remember the number. Oh, I can't believe I did that. It's so stupid on my part. Whoa. Okay. I don't remember the number. I think it was in here. Oh man, I can't believe I did that because I don't know how many there it is. I think that was it. Okay. Now I can come over here, and one of the things I usually like to do, if I really do a good one that I like, I'll save it as a preset. Right? You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like, hey, if I ever want to redo this, I can come right back here. Another thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna come over here, body scales. That's not it. Maybe it was it. I was looking for height. I'm gonna do this though. We're gonna push out the glutes just a little bit. You know how we roll. Come on now. Any thighs? We can thicken up the thighs a little bit. Yep, we sure can. All right. Oop. All right. Boom. Okay. I was hoping for height. I don't know why I like to do it, but I like to bring the height down a little bit, but that's not a thing. So, all right. So, let's go and then oh shoot. There we go. God dang it, man. Why you gotta make things so hard? All right, Rhea. Calamari. Boom, baby. All right, so okay, with this, since it's pretty much vanilla and everything, we're rolling with Hadvar, right? And So that's how we're going here. So it asks, basically it's asking us which way did we go. Now, if I run back in here real quick, and then this is us right here. Okay. What I can do real quick here, I don't suggest doing a lot, but here, we'll run and do that, and then we'll run over here. And because you know, by now you know I loot. And I can barely, no, give me. All right, there we go. All right. So now, yes, you are absolutely 100% correct. Because I know what you're thinking. Because I'm thinking the same thing. Yeah, there's a whole lot more loot over in there. We are not ready or equipped for that. And plus, Hadbar's outside waiting on us. What am I taking from it? To the small antlers. Okay, good. All right. So I just want to talk about real quick. Look at this, man. You know what I mean? Does it? It feels like I'm playing a modern day Skyrim right now. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. We know we're not. And we know there's going to be certain things. But I have to say, you know, you have succeeded in making it look. See, if we could make a Khajiit character that looked like that, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? But that's not how our character is going to look, right? You're not going to have that lion's mane right there, for one. And then, I don't know, maybe. You know what? Maybe I need to try to do that. Make a character that looks like that. That would be awesome. Being a Leo myself, you know what I mean? I'd have, I have an affinity for that. Wait. Oh, okay. All right. So now, I will say this. I am going to say no to survival mode for now. We can turn it on. You can enable or disable survival mode at any time. There's a reason why I'm going to say no right now. Now, I have played about an hour, 2 hours on my laptop with this game. And the one thing that I was very disappointed in and was like, okay, if I'm playing survival mode, the last thing I want to do is be out freezing and have no recourse in order to get warm, right? And then you have to you have to traverse all kinds of land, terrain, and everything like that. And if you have to do it in the cold, and then you can't even make cloaks or buy cloaks, or cloaks isn't part of the game, then it's like, well, why am I having a cold? Why have it so that you can get cold if you have no way to stay warm? And it's like, okay, I can see if I'm indoors or setting up a camp, but then I'm camping all the time, or I'm indoors all the time, and then I'm freezing to death whenever I have to go somewhere without even a cloak to try to keep warm as I go. And it just got annoying. So we're going to say no. And then here was the other thing too that kind of bothered me. And then now, it took a minute to learn this, but the controller setup is very much different. So put that right. So we do have this on us that we took. We took those when we went inside. We don't have any. Look, this is all we got. We have no gear. And in truth, the only way to get gear, and in one of the ways, and I didn't think of it the last time because I wanted to go with Hadvar, and I think I'm actually going to ditch him this time. All right.
Looks like he's gone for good this time.
Yeah.
But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
You're probably right.
Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out.
Okay.
It's probably best if we split up.
Yeah, you're probably
Good luck.
right.
I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Okay. All right, man. Look at the footprints, bro. Nice. All right. Now, he said we should split up. I always think it's funny when they say that. Say, hey, we should probably split up. And then next thing you know, he's standing there waiting for you. And then I'm probably have to take a look at this, the immersive. Now, the other thing that I think I discovered is you can fix it. You can fix the animations for immersive first person. But I don't think there's a MCM menu for third person. So basically, let me see, which key is it? Yeah. So if I were to come here and then equip that and then pull my sword, right? Now I come up here and where's all the flowers? I gotta tell you, this is just feeling and looking so good right now. All right. So when I do this with the sword, you see that? You see that mechanic there? I have to put my weapon away, and I still end up doing, and I got to be honest with you. For me, excuse me, for me, that is annoying as all get up. That is one thing that will turn me off to a list very quickly. All right, so why am I coming back this way, right? I'm not hoping. All right. Why am I going back in? Because there's loot on this side of the caves. All right, I'm gonna go to first person real quick here, just to make sure. And you see, it's like, man, I would love the immersive first person there, but okay, fine. But there's gold, mixed unit tactics, nothing. And then what I was doing was I was really just checking for two things, right? One, so it shows you when you've read a book, which is good. I like that. But then the other was to see if there was anything. There we go. I'll take that down. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna take that and that. I'm gonna leave those. Let's do this. Now, I have to hit LB and then B in order for this to work. And then we're gonna look at our character here in just a sec. So now that is us in proper gear again. Since we are here to loot, I need to be able to interact first person wise. Am I overly upset? What's my carry weight? 3. Alright, so we are gonna take, and then we got the Imperial Sword. And then you got Gunyer. I really do like that. So I'm curious as to what. Okay, so I think it didn't. Here's the thing, right? And it's slightly immersion breaking when you see it, but you're like, well, I understand why you're doing it, but it's like because you're showing me the gear as if I was wearing it, right? This is what it's gonna look like because my character's female, right? So you're showing it to me as if a female is wearing the underwear, but it's like, but you understand, it's equipped to a male body. So you break my immersion by showing me it, as a female. It's like, I understand I'm female, but he's wearing boxers, okay? Well, a loincloth. So just, you see what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. So it's like, can you figure out a better way to write that, right? So that when it's showing it to me, it's showing it to me as based on the body that is equipped to and not who I am. God dang it. Come here, Cabbage. Come here. All right. Well, actually, I don't know why I'm doing that because we don't have survival mode on. So right now, we don't need to. All right. See, this is already should be. That's how it should be, right? Already fallen. It shouldn't just fall when you come down here the other ways. All right, there we go. No wheel. Oh, see, and that's another thing that makes me love this list. But that is a thing that will make me really, truly hate it. I mean, you can get used to it after a while, I guess, and say, okay, I have to get used to it, right? One, I can just start putting my sword away myself, before I need to, because what you'll find is if you have your sword out, some things you can't activate. And, so you put your sword out and you come over here. Now you can do it here, but I think now, let me put my sword away, and then I come over here and you see how that's what I really meant. So it's quick loot if you don't have your sword out. But if you do have your sword out, then carrots goes. Alright. Again, like I said, why am I looting so much? I don't know. Alright, so, and I always think, I don't know why, I always take the salt, but I take the salt because of cooking. Alright, so these rock warbler eggs, if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know that if you mix those with blue mountain flower, it creates a minor healing potion. So, and as a matter of fact, blue mountain flowers mixed with pretty much anything. Not anything. But with a lot of things, create a. I don't think I have any left. And can we reach in? Yeah, I think we can. Come on, reach. All right. Can I reach? Oh, I can. Hey. Oh, all right. Hey, see? All right. Okay. Hey. Lockpicks. Alright. I'm gonna take the iron shield right now. So, real quick here. Alright. Book of the Dragonborn. I am gonna take that. And I think the reason I take it is because somewhere down the line, I believe there's a later quest that requires you to have this book. Oh, hey. as you can see here, just can't get over just how good everything just looks. Alright, so one last place. And we'll see if we can get down and catch up with Hadbar and Riverwood. Alright. Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, I was expecting some dead bodies in here. But then again, I guess I should have known there weren't going to be any. Well, I don't know why there aren't any. Since there weren't any, there should at least been one. Yeah, I don't know why there aren't any. Right? You got these guys right here. Now, I will say this. You're right. We don't have... We don't have... Excuse me. Okay. But we don't have any of the Imperial soldiers down. It was all just Stormcloak, wasn't it? Well, no. Downstairs are the Imperials and Stormcloaks. Generally, there would be an Imperial officer here and another Imperial soldier there. But we got none of those. Interesting. Alright, let's get out. Okay. So now, before I go back, because I really want to go back to third person, but I want to see something. You know what? We want to test this. So you notice just quick interaction, just boom, nothing. Right? So it's in. Let's take a look at this. That is an interesting outfit. But it's in the third person. Where you see here. Yeah. Alright, so go to first person real quick here while we go do our stuff. Yeah, I pick all the flowers. Alright, so this is where we would have first heard about Bleak Falls Barrow, and look at it, it's so good over there. Usually every character that I usually play will be some sort of, you know, stealth archer, but I picked the warrior because of the game. The game you basically will use the warrior traits quite a bit. So you might as well get a boost for doing so. And right in the beginning, you use your warrior skills more than anything. So, all right. So we'll see if Hadbar left us the wolves. He sure did. All right, we can block. All right, let's. I kind of want to. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Don't run. Nice. You gotta put the weapon away. And that will eventually drive me insane. And then maybe that is, again, that is the way it is in real life. Okay, wait. Let's get a picture. Look at that. That is just crazy. All right, there is a setting that I believe I had turned off when I first started playing on my laptop. And I believe there's and then I could be wrong, so bear with me if I am. There's a setting for like blurriness from a distance. And then one of the things that I am kind of noticing is there is a bit of a blur. It's like almost like your eyes have to adjust. Look at that water. Okay, let me hit that. Look, oh my gosh. You see how like right here, like I'm looking there, but look in the upper right hand corner. You see how the rocks there are blurry now? Because my focus is right here. So things you see that? So as I'm panning up, things are coming into focus as I go. But when they're not, then they're kind of blurry. I don't know if I'm going to change that or leave it. It is kind of growing on me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, I'm not mad at it. It's not true. Like, I don't think it's motion blur the way that I've always envisioned what motion blur was and always has turned off. This seems a bit different, you know?
dragon! I saw a dragon!
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrel.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy. And I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
You'll see. It was a dragon. It'll
don't
kill
think-
us all,
oh,
and
I
then
do
you'll
have this.
believe me.
Do those, and then I have some. All right, there we go. That's what. Good enough. All right. Gotta keep remembering I gotta hold down LB as I. Alright, what am I wearing? I'm wearing light boots. And then what are fur boots? So not as good. Imperial light armor's 25. Oh, and we picked this up. This is back right. It's only 25 points. We picked that up too. But this is back left. It's 50. So we end up replacing that. I'll put that on for now. And then, okay, that one's a little bit better. The helmet, this is better. Okay. Alright, so the bracers. Alright, we got a little hodgepodge of stuff all mixed together. Okay, so we need to go in. Talk to Alvor.
Sigrid, we have company.
Okay, here we go. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I just want to see what Sigrid looks like. Hello.
Ain't used to strangers here in Riverwood.
Ain't used to washcloth either, are you? Okay. What do you think about the war?
I just hope the war doesn't come to Riverwood. There's enough trouble in the world without those stormcloaks stirring up more.
She actually, like Dorothy, actually looks like a little kid there. Like really, like a little kid. Nice. Good job. Okay.
All right, then.
All right. I'm gonna go sit down. Now this bouncy camera. All right, we're gonna go to first person. Makes it easier. Look at this. I think Hadvar's gonna sit. Hadvar?
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood.
What can you tell me about
Gerder's
Riverwood?
family first settled here as woodcutters
Mm-hmm.
a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill.
Oh, okay. You have any supplies?
Of course, take what you need. But what's all this about? What are you two doing here?
I was hoping Hadvar had explained this to you. Ooh, you got some good stuff, bro. Okay, so a dragon attacked Helgen and destroyed it. Hadvar and I escaped together.
What? A dragon?
Yeah.
In Helgen?
Yeah.
That explains what I saw earlier.
Right?
Flying down the valley from the south.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping I was wrong about what I thought it was.
A little too much mead? No? It was a dragon. I was kind of hoping Hadvar had already told you the same thing.
A dragon? Here in Skyrim? What's this world coming to? First the war, now dragons. Trouble loves company,
Look at the
they
smoke
say.
from the camera.
The Jarl needs to know
candle.
there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Okay. And how do I get to Whiterun?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's Palace.
Can I use your forge?
I see no harm in it, if you have the skill.
Yeah.
The
kinda,
grindstone
not
will
really.
improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new.
Okay.
Aye.
We've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy. Helgen was destroyed? How did you get away?
I don't know where to stop. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' escort. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
When your friend told me, I didn't believe it at first either.
Morris Mercy. A dragon? In Helgen? Why, you could be here at any moment.
I'm sure Riverwood will be all right, dear. When the Jarl learns what's happened, he's sure to send soldiers. Go on, Hadvar. Let's hear the rest of it.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Take what you need, my friend. Within reason. May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Good day.
Hadvar, did you really see a dragon? What did it look like? Did it have
Okay,
big teeth?
so
Hush,
Well,
child.
I-
Don't
We are
pester
gonna-
your
Back to work.
cousin.
You two make
collect
yourselves at
what
home.
we can that will be of use to us. We can't take everything. We really, we can take that. We can take the gauntlets. We could take the.
Can I
the-
help you?
Are you talking to me? We'll take that because it's worth some money. And then you got some boots down here. Yeah. All right. I feel like it. Oh,
Make
hey.
yourself at home.
Oh, thank you. At least she's not threatening me about her husband. I could sleep here if I wanted.
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh?
Hmm?
Listen. You should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you.
So who
If
were
the
those other
rebels have them
prisoners?
Oh, you didn't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
I see. He's a traitor of some kind?
Right. The leader of the Stormcloaks.
Hmm.
They claim to be fighting for Skyrim's freedom. But the war is really all about Ulfric wanting to be High King of Skyrim.
Is that really the case? And how did you capture him?
A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming.
Maybe he
This
did.
time, the General turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the General changed his mind. You know the rest.
Okay. And you really think I should join the Imperial Legion?
Of course. I know today wasn't the best introduction to the Legion, but I hope you'll give us another chance. The Legion could really use someone like you, especially now. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
So, General Tullius, he ordered my execution. So, kind of explain to me why I'd want to help him.
I don't blame you for being angry about it. I would be too in your shoes. But it was all a mistake. You weren't supposed to be on that cart with those Stormcloak traitors. And the Imperial Legion needs your help, especially now with that dragon out there somewhere and BloodyFreak back on the loose.
All right. Well, you make a good case. Maybe I'll join up.
I hope so. The Legion is Skyrim's only hope right now. Come on, we better get moving.
Where are we moving to? Where are you going? I got other quests to line up right now. I got to get over here to the trader before we run out of time. What time is it? Oh, 6 o'clock. God dang it.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics,
First
no
person.
thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, the customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
I just want to
Maybe
see.
you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
I can, if the price is right. All right. Hey.
I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
I heard enough.
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
Okay, well, let's see what you got.
Take a look.
Ooh, nice. All right, what's that do for me? 75 points? How much is it worth? Okay, I'm kind of short on cash right now. You think you can help a sister out? All right, here we go. Boom. All right, sell that. We're not selling that. I guess we can sell that for now. All right, we're not selling those. Not selling. Okay, one of those. I don't like that, but I'll accept it for now. All right, how much you got left? You still got money. Woo! Speech went up. Nice. I think that is it. So I have some choices. I could have sworn. Hold on. All right, so I have a sword and an axe and a dagger. I am wearing. Okay, I guess. All right. Okay. So think I will take that. Yes, please. We don't fight unarmed. All right, and then so did something happen? You know,
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in.
you
We
did.
still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Oh, maybe I can help you get that back.
You could?
Yeah.
I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment.
Oh,
It's yours if you bring my claw back.
okay.
Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
This is his plan. All right, so we got to do something that I forgot to do before. All right, so we're gonna turn this down, and we are definitely turning that down. All right, boom. Thank you very much. And then why don't we save? We haven't saved
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
yet. Oh, I can.
No.
Yeah. No, that'd be
Buy
great.
the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
Oh, come on. Little do they know
We
that
have to go through town and across the
it's
bridge
late.
to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Okay.
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there.
Mm-hmm.
Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Right? I'll get on this side. Maybe you want me on this side.
I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
Yeah, he is a tricksy one. Uh-oh. There you go. Where?
This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long.
I don't blame
He's
him.
such a child.
He is. So,
Mara bless you for agreeing to help us.
and how much further I gotta go?
Well, it's a winding road up the mountain just ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You'll know you're in the right place once you spot the old watchtower.
Oh,
Once you get to the tower, head north. Bleak Falls Barrow should be just around the corner further up.
okay, cool.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Lucan and I
thank
will
you.
be waiting for you back in the shop.
Just so you know, it's very dark out. And, yeah, I didn't, like, hold on to a, I didn't hold on to a torch. So, oh gosh, it's so dark. It's so dark. Hey, how you doing?
You're not from around here.
No, I'm not. Okay, that one's empty. Empty. No, we don't like it when things are empty. You can't loot empty stuff, okay? Okay. I can't see a thing. I know, that was just the dog.
Here for work? Get an axe. Bring me all the wood you can chop.
No thanks. It's dark out. I'm not chopping anything. Embry.
Orgnar. Orgnar, are you listening?
He's
not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Oh my gosh.
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
Come on in.
Hey,
Just
Delphi.
stoke
That
the
visitor
fire.
been
Take a
poking
seat
around.
in the cold
Yeah. You heard any rumors?
Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War is only going to get worse now.
You think? Okay. Well, hey, I like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, this is.
We got
awkward.
rooms and food.
Okay.
Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much. Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking for work. You got any kind of leads so I can
Here,
get some money?
take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Because I look like a bounty hunter, right? Mm-hmm. You heard any rumors?
There have been whispers. A boy up in Windhelm, named
Oh, gosh.
Aventus Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood.
You trying to get me in trouble, aren't you? Can I use the alchemy lab?
Long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens. A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion.
It sure does.
No. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too.
Yeah, let's see what you got for
Let's
sale.
sate that appetite.
But it's pretty expensive what you try to sell. You know what I'm saying? All right, so the blisterwort, the wheat isn't bad. I'll go with that, right? That blisterwort, man, that price is a little steep. Okay.
All right, then.
All right, so we're gonna test this one out first. It's one of the butterflies. I'm not sure which one. So it's not that one, okay? All right, but now, just to show you, the rock warbler egg. See, mixture of restore health. All right, and then we're
I
gonna
don't suppose I can convince you to take care of it
hit
now.
that up. Then we're gonna come down here
I should
for wheat, and this is fortified. Okay, so
When he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our meat. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and sleep."
I don't know if we have anything
So then came
else that
clashing
we
and
can
slashing
mix with it.
Evil
So I'm
as the
just
brave
testing
lass
it since
Matilda
we have so
charged in
much.
full of zeal.
Did I? Okay, we did that one. And then I'm gonna test. God dang it! I probably knew that already. Okay. All right. And all right. What potions do we got? Mm-hmm. So we can favorite those at least. All right. Let's go. Sit and chill. Okay, the Great War. All right. So what I like to do, we're just going 10 hours. Just till morning. Woo, yay. Alright, since we don't have survival on, we ain't gotta worry about eating or anything like that. Okay. Everybody's like looking at me like I got something to say. Alright. Early morn. Hold on a sec. Alright, so which one's better? 9, 8. So this one's better. This one is the same. So if I do what I want to do, it's going to cost me all my money. Well, actually, I don't have enough money yet. Where's my block? Did I contract something? I know I contracted something. Yeah, I didn't play that one very well. Ooh, silver garnet. God dang it. Reduce wet rock joint. Yep. Yep. Just my luck. Just my luck. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, hold on. Replenish our stores. And then let's go take a shortcut. As that comes into I have no idea if we got them. They're gonna come and let us know if we fell short.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
You know what? F you.
All right, then.
I gotta be honest with you, I hate the setup there. And then because generally, most times, 9 times out of 10, by the time you get there, they've already taken them down, right? If you want that set up properly and you want it so that, hey, this is your opportunity to try to help out, then the giant has to be tougher. You know what I mean? The giant has to be tougher, and to the point where it allows you to actually get there. And it's frustrating and it's annoying. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. If you don't get there in time and they take them down, her comment shouldn't be, well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. I understand she's supposed to be brash and, rough around the edges and all rough and tumble and everything. But that's just plain downright rude. You know what I'm saying? Because, it just doesn't make sense, right? What was your expectation? Your expectation was that I was just going to jump in? If anything, it's like, hey, thanks for the attempt, but we don't need your help. Or we didn't need your help, right? Or whatever, if I was successfully able to just engage at all. But if I choose not to engage and you come up and run up on me like that, you know what I mean? That's rude. So I can't get behind that setup, how it works and flows, because it just comes across as just rude and it's like, well, it's very, it it shows how poorly it was set or put together. And again, like I said, the Giants, if anything, maybe they need to be, maybe that giant needed to be tougher. And then maybe that fight really was needed to be kind of like, if you don't help them get that giant down, that giant was going to wreak havoc all over the place. And that isn't what the case was there. So what if I decided to watch? Then, I mean, you just, I guess my thing
There's a
is
nip in the air. Hope
yeah,
it'll be good for my crops. Never
it just,
is.
I guess my thinking is this, when you're set up to fail, you're gonna fail. And it just seems like that's all it is.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
Riverwood calls for aid.
Riverwood's in danger too?
Yep.
You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
Okay. So, yeah, it's like I said, it's a very annoying interaction that technically you're not able to avoid the first time you come there. And again, like I said, you should do it better.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Oh, well, thank you.
Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
A stranger's plea. That sounds interesting.
Nope.
Now, this list was put together really to enhance the visuals, to kind of make, Skyrim look next gen, and then kind of keep a lot of the vanilla. And I mean, I want to say, I think there's a lot of success here.
We'll
right?
pay whatever
I think,
it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak.
That looks incredible.
Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Now I'm going to go back to first person here, so that when I pick these flowers, it just picks them.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
So it's 9 in the morning here. Now, in truth, I think I can take my sweet time. Can I improve anything? I can improve the gauntlets.
Not too shabby. Apprentice level work, but solid. Keep at it.
I don't think I have anything left yet. Well, thank you. And I probably am. The one I improved is not the one I'm wearing, right?
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More
You work
inside.
the forge all day yourself?
Aye, that I do. I've got to if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday.
Oh.
In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword.
Uh-huh.
I made it for the Jarl, Balgroof the Greater.
Okay.
It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him.
Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Hey, what do you got for sale?
The finest weapons and armor.
So, here was my thing, right? So, when I was trying to play through, and look at that. So, when I was trying to play through, just to see what it was like, the thing I was running into a lot, it just looks incredible, was, you can see I could buy quite a bit of stuff, right? There's, you go in here, but at no point was I finding any, what was that? I wasn't finding any. Okay, this is what I have, right? I think I can't sell anything I have equipped, so I'm gonna do that. And then, oh, did I not put that on yet? Okay, so see, this is the one I fixed, and then look. Sure, yeah. Okay. So, do you see that? I boost this one, but not the one I'm actually wearing. Great. Good job. Good job. Let's see what you got. All right. So I didn't forget what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, but I couldn't find any kind of cloaks. So nobody was selling cloaks, and I'm like, I'm freezing to death out here. Come on now, somebody sell something. And that is why I held on to that one piece of firewood. And then let's see. Huh? Okay.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun.
Just the
Jorland
prettiest?
Greymane's got that honor. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance.
And you have it. Okay. How much money I got? 467. Not enough. We don't have enough. All right. Maybe it's early enough. All right. What we'll do is this. I want to check around. See, I don't think there's a lot of extra stuff here. So before we head over to Bellathor's, now, sometimes there's a thief's cache over this way, but not in this way.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon.
Yeah.
One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
Okay. That's a cool suit of armor you got there, bro.
Well met, traveler.
Hey. Thanks, Battleborn. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to get in your way, bro. Didn't mean. I didn't see you there the first time.
Skyrim these days.
Hmm?
Everyone is obsessed with death.
Really? Is that because everyone's dying? I mean, sometimes death does, dying makes you obsessed with death because, heaven forbid, not everybody wants to. Not everybody wants to just die. Some people want to live. There's that one song, I want to live till I die. I mean, right? Didn't I go in here already? I thought I hit the button to go in there.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
I'm sure too.
If not, let me know. I might have it stored away.
Well, there's this book over here that you have that, I wanted to. All right, here. Let's talk to you.
Everything's for sale, my friend.
Is it now?
Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second.
Oh, hey. You been working out, bro? Looks like you about ready to tear through those sleeves, man. What's up? All right, here we go.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Really? A bit of this, a bit of that. All right. We'll see. I still have not. All right, here we go. Let's. Ooh, and I have that equipped. But guess what, bro? Nice. All right, here we go. Here. Ooh, and look at that. Our speech is just going up. We're gonna just charm the whatevers off of whoever. Okay. I think we just ran out of stuff we can sell. All right. Yeah, we can get rid of cheese for right now. Right now. All right. Think we done sold all our stuff. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, cause I'm. All right, man. Peace.
Do come back.
If you're gonna sound creepy like that, I'm not so. Yeah, I'm not so sure, bro. The creep level that just came in your voice right there was
Nothing
extreme.
of our struggles, our suffering.
These two on this, they just need to get popped upside the head.
Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
That's right. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Stand your ground, and you, woman, get a broom and then beat them two back to wherever they came from.
Brigands I can handle, but this talk of dragons, world's gone mad.
No, man. I know. What do you think is gonna be next? Right? Dragons. Then what? Huh? Zombies? Imagine having dragons and zombies at the same time.
I work with my mother. Sell
Okay.
fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days.
Oh.
Hard work.
Yeah. Well, good on you. Good on you.
General goods store.
All right. Uh-huh. Young enterprising person doing the right thing, helping their moms. We're not worried about the Battle of the Champions just yet. That's a ruined book. Don't need to steal that. All right. So let's see how they rendered.
I'll be happy to assist you if you'd like to purchase something.
I'd like to just be able to gank all this stuff in these crates over here. Holy cow. Just loaded with stuff, unavailable.
Blade and shadow,
Mhm.
silence and death. These are my arts.
Mhm.
For a modest fee, I'll make great art for you.
Ooh.
I can tell you
I know nothing of fear and nothing of remorse. Pay my fee, and together we will vanquish any foe.
So what you're saying is you're a mercenary, huh?
I am an artisan,
Oh,
painting in strokes of
my bad.
blood red upon the canvas of life.
My bad.
But yes, I will take coin to fight at your side.
Oh.
After all, where is the value in creating art if there is nobody left alive to see it?
So an artistic mercenary is what you are. Okay. Well, here.
You have chosen wisely.
I
Lead
don't know,
on,
but you've
and I
taken
shall
most of my
follow.
money, so
Mm-hmm.
we have to hope that the return on investment here is great. Okay?
I can
And
tell you're no stranger to the wilds.
Hey,
I'm sure
We're
we
one
can
of the
meet your
same
hunting
kind,
needs.
you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
I got nothing. Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. All right. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Let's save. All right. All right, let's see what we can do here.
Everything all right?
so far?
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy.
Oh.
Go inside.
All right. That's all we can do.
Don't get too far.
I don't claim to be the best. Take a look.
Can afford 3 pieces. Man. All right.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
All right. I'm gonna go side right now. Wait, can I use the workbench, please? Please? Pretty. Woo! Oh, oh. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. All right. All right. Peace. All right. Let's go. We gotta get a move on. I mean, but so much daylight left, and we still gotta get all the way back over to Bleak Falls Barrel.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days. It's hard work.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge.
I did talk to her. We'll let them fight, and we'll come and hit him up on the way back. All right. Let's see what we got. Nice.
My lord, please. You have to listen. You look tired, friend. The Banner de Mer has paid for it.
My lord.
I don't have time to be tired.
No time for
How am I tired? I don't even have survival on.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl
Rock
Balgrup
joint.
is not receiving visitors.
Rock joint. I have news from Helgen about the dragon tech. Alvar asked me to come. Here, we're just gonna hit the easy stuff. I got news from Helgen.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
All right. My rock joint's gonna come back and haunt me.
So, you were at Helgen?
I was.
You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
I think so. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about the fact that they were trying to kill me. Yeah, the Imperials were trying to execute Ulfric. And then the dragon attacked.
I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains.
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not.
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
Hey, don't go too far. I got something for you.
That would be best. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
You sought me out on your own initiative.
Well, not really.
You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Oh, nice.
There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
All right, I'll meet you over there.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
Mm-hmm. Hey, well...
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I can assist you.
Well, you can. I have a sword from your daughter. She wanted me to give it to you.
From Adrian?
Yeah.
Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable.
Is that ever
Thank you.
a time?
Please, take these few coins for services rendered.
Mm-hmm. You weren't kidding. They are few. Can I go now?
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
I'm gonna try.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me.
That's
oh,
what
yes,
he says.
He must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Wait. And then the Jarl took one look at me and thought I was the person for this? All right. Where am I going? What am I getting?
Straight to the point, eh?
Yeah.
No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right?
There is no such thing.
I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Anything you can tell me about this place?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
And how you know this stone tablet thing is still going to be there?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
Okay, well, I have my life, and it's been reliable to me so far. All right, man.
You know,
This
if you've
is a
got the
priority
aptitude,
now.
you should join
Anything
the
we
Mages
can use
College
to fight
in
this
Winterhold.
dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruuf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't think I have anything. I guess I do. Alright, let's try this one. See what's up. Oh, that's regen. So then. And nothing. Okay. Nothing. Okay. Excuse me for a minute. Alright, we need to read this one. You see, I can take it now. So we will. Alright, and then what's the other one? Here it is. Well, thank you. And then, oh, which one? Where are you? Oh, there you are, right there. I thought that one gave a quest too. Obviously, I was wrong. But we will take that, and we will take that, and that. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Excuse me for a minute.
says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
Really? Well, how about you go practice somewhere else before I start practicing with my fists upside your little pea-brain head. So, yeah, I was gonna do a little commentary about about that whole statement about, yeah, leave all the stuff for your betters. I'm like, well, that's what gets us into trouble now. Believing that there are people that are just our betters, right? Is what gets them into trouble, believing they are our betters, and then us for believing that we're not all created equal. Because if we're all created equal, then there are no betters. You know, there are people that are better at certain things than you are, right? I'm better at this than you. You are better at that than me. That's just the way of things, right? There are people that run faster. There are people that jump higher. There are people that can bench more or squat more or do things like that.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
How do you feel?
I think you might be sick.
I am sick. Oh, thank you for reminding me. God dang it, man.
So you're willing to starve? There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time make it one.
Okay, I should be better now.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim
How
your
am I
sword,
looking now?
or you can keep your wife.
If men are all alike, from Skyrim to Hammerfell. They care only for war and politics, and treat their women like cattle.
Sweetheart, that doesn't even change. That won't even change.
If you need potions, you should try
Hey.
Arcadia's.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
It looks like I'm doing it right now. What were you two arguing about?
My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room.
And were you going to use the sword the same way and feed your family? You need help finding it?
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
Okay. Hey, you're not from Skyrim, are you?
Ha! Neither are you, eh?
No.
Good to see another Red Guard. I'd like to think we bring a little heat to this frozen wasteland.
Right, because we do. We do.
If you find that sword, please bring it to me.
Right. Okay. So let's look at this real quick. All right, so that's that. Oh. Okay. And that's that. How do I get into my what's name? Ah, there it is. Nice. All right, so we don't have anything. What reason I'm here? The reason I am here. All right, so light armor's 15, heavy armor's 15. So this is where we can choose which way to go. Right? And the reason I'm wondering about that is because our gift, and I've been neglecting to put these on, is you can see it's heavier. So we got this. I'm gonna put that on. What does it look like? How do we look? You know what I mean? Do we look like we're rough and tumble? Do we look like we can go out and kick some butt?
I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
It's fun most days, but hard work.
Yes.
Be glad you're here.
I think that's the third time you've told me.
Those poor sods don't even have a wall.
It's not easy being a woman in Skyrim, I know.
No, it's not.
But stay strong, and men will come to respect you. And
All right, so we got to see if... All right, wait a minute.
Oh, it took years. But I earned my way to the top. I own Chilfaro Farm, you see. Very successful.
You earned your way to the top, or you kissed your way?
Nope. Sorry, we don't know where the dragon
His
is.
booty.
Your
Oh,
main
so we're
job
still
will be
just trying to
keep an eye
decide.
out
Do we
for
want
the
that, or do we
safety of the
want?
town is attacked.
I don't know if I want the
I don't
mixture.
expect the three of you to fight off the dragon by yourself.
So we're gonna go back. We're just
But I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood.
And then we're just going to do a real quick test run to see our effectiveness and to see if we have the ability to, and pick up some loot. All right. Okay, so real quick. So, as you can see, this is what I was referring to, the distant blur, right? Normally, my first reaction or my first, doesn't do anything there, okay, would be to just go in and disable that, right? Anything that says blur, immersive interactions, definitely, harvest ingredients, always quick. Open doors, I don't care. Containers, loot animals. So all those things I would want to just turn off, right? Loot NPCs, pick up items, things like that. Yeah, it gotta go, right? I just want to look at something real quick here. Player data. The one thing that I would do with stuff like this is it's a real quick whoops, too far. And enemy, all right, that, and then you see we have Nether's follower framework in there, so that's good. Right. Again, a lot of times what I would do is turn off smooth cam, but I'm leaving it on right now. Just so I don't know. Just all right, so I'll put that down. Wait. God dang it. And then over here, where is the scales? Already there. Player widget. All right, that's already smaller than what I normally go with. Same with that one. So we're not going to mess with those. One thing that I do when this is available to us, right? I'll put the axe on the back. And then the sword on the back as well, right? And then the dagger on the left-hand side on the back hip, and then this one on the ankle. And then, just quick things I do. You see, it didn't do anything, right? Even though we said put the sword on the back. Oh, Rasad is here. We don't actually need anything from him just yet. And then some of you guys probably already know where I'm headed. There's a little alcove kind of area that has some pretty good loot. So we're going to take a look, see what's going on over here. The idea is to, well, one, I don't have I don't have enough time right now to go on over to Bleak Falls Barrel, so let's get in some action real quick, get some loot, and then in truth, a lot of times I'll come over here and do this anyway. Kind of, one, it's a great warm-up. Two, it's a very good way to actually really do get some loot and some cash right off the bat. All right, where's this guy? He hasn't noticed this yet. All right.
Is someone there?
Yeah, someone's here. Oh, sounds like an orc.
Time to end this little game.
Oh, dang. I wasn't expecting to get him with the second shot like that. All right, so you see this? This is the annoying part. All right, now, and then how much weight I can carry? All right. And then really we want to kind of see how good Janessa is for us as well. But you can see here, we do have lootable crates added. So with that added, you can see it does change what the crates usually have for you. There's coin burst. We'll take the battle axe. I don't want. Okay. You see now we can climb. I like that. But that's not available to us. Alright, so that crate doesn't have anything in it. Okay, whoa. And then yeah, we got this guy from far. Let's take the firewood too, because it'll come in handy. But what I'm talking about is, so there's a smuggler's note here. You can take those prices and eat them. We found our own source of skooma now, the real stuff, not that watered down third-hand trash you've been selling. Don't even think of ratting us out. One word to the guards, and I'll make sure they know what their seer of yours is really up to. I think we know who the seer is. A Phoba or whatever. And I'm only going to speculate here, but I think what she's really up to is she's a fence. Once you're in good enough with the Thieves Guild, I think she becomes, or she can become, one of your fences that you can use going forward. Juniper berries. Lavender. We'll take that. Alright. We'll take the blackbriar, and the honeymead. I never take the skooma because I don't feel like I have anybody to sell it to. Alright. So you can see there's a lot of stuff that we can. Alright. A lot of just decent loot just laying around for us. On this one, the new source has been a real boon. Skooma, poisons, black soul gems, you name it. We've got a line to a wide range of goods and even wider range of clients, which reminds me, someone needs to tell Akari, where she can stick her bottles of sugared cat piss. We're done. Meanwhile, we're filling up our coffers faster than we can empty them. We're drinking day and night and still haven't gone through half the gold that Morrowind job for the corpse fondlers The Argonian patrols up and down the border. We can charge an arm and a leg and a tail for every crate that comes in. As for the zombie petters, they were pretty pleased the stuff wasn't damaged. Creepy looking thing too. Was glad to be rid of it. It's a shame we couldn't hold out a couple more days though. This morning another buyer came by the camp. An orc with a face so lumpy he must have jumped headfirst off the top of Dragon's Reach. Turns out he was looking for the same staff, offering to pay double. I told him we could have something better for him on the next boat from Solstheim. But he was pretty sod and clear. There was only one staff he wanted to buy. Makes sense. The only thing uglier than this orc was that staff. Maybe he wants to hold it up when he shaves so he doesn't feel so bad for being born. Oh my gosh. All right, this is a long letter. Anyways, I sold him the information on the buyers and sent him on his way. Couldn't get him to trade any of the valuables on his carriage, but it's all right. There's more than one way to part a fool and his things. I told the boys to cut him off on the road west of Whiterun at the burnt down house between the Watchtower and Fort Gramer. Given how obsessed he was about that staff, it'll be easy to catch him off guard. Oh. This is the first time I actually read all the way through on that. That's pretty close, actually. Okay, let's do it. All right, so right now, if we leave, we're good. We're golden, nothing to worry about. If we choose to stay, we won't be attacked, I don't think, until either we decide to bed down, and I don't see any place to bed down. But if we choose to, you see that? I am so slow on the draw. Hey, do you see that? You see that? She like, man. Right. She kind of scaring me a little bit. Excuse me. All right, how much? You see? All right. Well, I mean, in truth, I hadn't thought about doing this, but I think we need to right now. All right, let's see. Where's the watchtower? Let's head towards the watchtower and then turn right. Oh, goodness. See the watchtower. Oh, he's still going after that. Did he take him down? He took him down. She's bad. Right. Okay, did we already loot him? Dang it. Couldn't get on the button. So there's the watchtower. And there's trouble. Sometimes I like to sneak in there and steal their cheese bowls. So we're not worried about that. Yep. All right, hold on. Hey, come on, man. Don't.
That's close enough.
Okay. Hey, I was coming to check to see,
That's close enough.
Which...
Be wary for traps. If you spy
close
one,
enough.
try to get an enemy to trigger it.
Can we talk?
You're mine.
Oh, come on, man. I wanted to talk, bro. I can't see.
What? No one messes an orc.
Can I get over here? Come on, man. Frozen.
That's it. That's all you got.
Okay, hold on, man. I couldn't. It wouldn't let me switch. Frick. Oh, and I didn't save. Dang it.
I'll see you.
And I didn't frickin' save. Oh, that pisses me off. Well, because you can't bring up the... The controls are so different. And that's the thing you have to get used to. Because right now, if you want to bring up the quick... You know, if you want to bring up the tween menu, you have to do LB and start. If you want to bring up your favorites menu, where are we? You see where the frick we are? So we haven't even gotten to the alcove yet. So it's LB and start brings that menu up. Okay. LB and B brings this menu up. Right? LB and X brings up your stupid, what's the name? LB and A is what brings up your favorites. And I couldn't get it to bring that up so I could take some health potions, right? And even when it does that, you know, your first inkling or your first, your initial thing is you're gonna like, okay, you know, down, you know, on the D-pad, you're gonna go down to get to the health potions. But it's in truth, you have to use the left stick to go up and down. So it's a complete change to the
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
You see that? We're not even out of this. God dang it. We're not even where I thought we were. So, yeah. And then that actually is a huge, what is turning out to be a huge learning curve, because when you get in a situation like you did with that orc, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a lot to, like, you start fumbling, really, going like, okay, it's not different, it's different, is this, and you're not able to do the things that you're used to. You know what I mean? And it just is actually it's frustrating because, you know, it's like, God dang it, we died for no reason. You know what I mean? And so basically it was a complete, and I want to say a waste of time, because now I got to do it all over again. And it's just like, and then, so that is a frustrating thing. You know what I mean? I'm sure if I could figure it out, I could probably figure out how some way to go ahead and change all the things. But really what it's going to take is going to be a steep learning curve just to remember you got to hit LB, then, you know, LB or NA, and then, you know, remember it's the stick and not the up and down on the D-pad, right? Because your first thing, you know, your first instinct is to just D-pad, boom. You know what I mean? And then the fact that D-pad doesn't even work, well, see, and here's the thing. I think it is working. I just don't know what it just did. You saw it just did something. I don't know what it did, because I just went up and down on the D-pad. I don't know what it's doing, right? So there are things that you have to consider. Now, yeah, a lot of people are just, you know, mouse and keyboard. I'm not. I don't like mouse and keyboard, to be honest with you. I'm not saying I can't do it. I don't like it, right? It's annoying to me. And then I think the main reason is because, and I'm not saying I got big hands. I only wear XL gloves, so they're not huge hands or anything, but they're big and clumsy enough that trying to like hit hit control or alt, left control, right alt, you know, whatever buttons for sprint and whatever's the buttons would be is just awkward, right? Especially when you're trying to, you know, WASD all over and then trying to get that finger down, you know, to the control, right? And then if you move your hand at all, the next thing you know, you gotta, and it's not like I know the keyboard enough where it's, you know what I mean? And then now all of a sudden, you know, you're fumbling back around and it's E or R or whatever and T, and it's like, you know what? It's annoying. So I'm not a fan of it. I can do it if I have to for a game, but if I don't have to, I will use a controller. I will always use a controller. That I'm a controller person. Now, probably because for the most part of my gaming thing, right? I started out on consoles, then moved to a computer, and then moved back to consoles. And then when I came back to computer, I was like, yeah, I only play games that allow you to use a controller at that point. And that's just how it is. So here it's just going to take, it's a learning curve. And it's a huge learning curve for me because, you know what I mean? You have to think of this and remember it in times of trouble. And the combat does, in a sense, seem pretty fluid, right? And, you know, so you have to be able to do things pretty quickly. And you can see we got annihilated by just that one orc. And it was magic. And then, you know, like I said, I was frozen. I couldn't move. And I'm like, God dang it, just shoot, you know? But then I stopped shooting to try to heal myself. And because he healed himself and he wasn't dying anytime soon, and I'm like, I'm going to die before he does, you know, even though I keep shooting him. And then so I was like, all right, let me try to, and then my downfall was, all right, once I tried to heal, that was it. It was all over because I'm hitting the wrong buttons to get to the healing potion. And all he had to do is hit me a couple more times and boom, it was over. But that is That is Eldergleam. I love the way it looks. Um, I can't speak to just how much added, like, quests and storylines that have been added to it. I don't know of actual any followers that have been added to the game, because the whole point and the premise of it is to enhance the look and feel of the game, right? Well, leaving it close to vanilla, and then also allowing you to take this list and add to it, right? So for me, I've added, the bandoliers, right? You can see with the pouches and everything. So I've added the bandoliers with the pouches. Normally, I would probably add my armor mod. That might be something I might add. I don't know. It's not my armor mod, but it's the one I like to use a lot. But I like the feel and look of this, of everything so far. So I don't necessarily feel like I need to change anything there. I love the way everything looks. I love how that leather helmet, that the hood looks. I love how the leather pauldrons on the gear looks, right? The grass looks crazy. It just looks crazy. So I'm not mad at anything about that. So the look and feel of the game is great. I mean, if I'm adding anything, I might think about adding one or two followers that I like to use, right? This would be a great game to add, say, maybe either Katana or Ash to, just because they have such lengthy stories attached to them, that would add some variety and some additional content to the game, as well as a pretty nice follower to have, right? Katana with all the different fights that you have to, go through, all the different battles you have to go through with that. Ash with just her story. Anyone other than that, I'm not a big Inigo fan, so, and Lucian is okay, right? Remiel, I would consider Remiel as one. I wish somebody would go in and update. God, I can't remember her name. But then there's Sophia. That was one that's one that's just funny, but she can be very inappropriate at times. But another thing I might even consider doing is the clean version of Amora's Adventures, just to see how it plays with how beautiful everything looks here, right? So, and then because it doesn't truly do anything but just change the stories, right? And then so it just modifies all the underlying stories, like Janessa's story. It changes that up a little bit. Lydia, it adds risque content, but with the clean version, at least you don't have to worry about all the different animations and not safe for work stuff, right? So that might be something I might throw in there to see how it plays in here, and then I might actually keep going with this, because like I said, the look and feel, and then like I said, it's just a pretty high learning curve to get used to all the combat stuff, right? So other than that, yeah. Okay, well guys, look. Our time is up for today, but let me know what you think. Let me know if you think it looks great too. I just think this list is everything I was expecting it to be, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. All right, guys. So until next time, you know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you soon. All right. Peace.